So how many are my old friends? Hands up again. Not too many. So you don't come to Kabarak during the conferences. They don't show up in Kabarak. Because then we would have certainly met. But it's good to be able to get to meet new friends. Remember, even if we didn't meet here, we would still have met in heaven if you are born again. So I'm only reducing the population of new people in heaven, since I would have still met you if you are walking with the Lord. My name is John Nganga. Christ is my personal Savior. I underline the word personal because He is the Savior of the world. Are we together? He is the Savior of the world. When He is personal, it means you have had a personal dealing with Him. I can tell you there's a total difference between going to a hospital where the doctor treats everyone and having your personal doctor. When you go to a personal doctor, he doesn't ask you too many questions. If you cough, he can tell that cough looks like your mother's cough. Now, and he can tell what the relationship is and what it would rule out. Because he has your medical history. Are we together? He can even easily think what could be going wrong with you. That's the value of having a personal doctor. Jesus means to be your personal Savior. That means He has your history. When you fall, He can understand where you're falling. When you are tempted, He can understand what you easily give into. The Bible tells us He knows our frame. And so I would really encourage you to have a personal walk with the Lord. And when we talk about a personal walk with God, we are really talking about a daily meeting with Him and talking to Him. I've been asked to talk to you on two subjects. One is how to go through life despite life's difficulties and challenges, trials and temptations, to come up strong despite what you have to go through. But I'm also supposed to prepare you as leaders, and you're supposed to talk about leadership. The previous groups have begun with the trials and then ended up not talking about leadership. With your group, I want to start with leadership. If I don't touch the trials and temptations, I'll give you my notes so that at least you have covered one of the two. Is that okay? Okay. That's what. And I'm really looking at godly character. And godly character is what will lead you into leadership. I want to tell you right from the beginning that when you pick a leader, generally speaking, it's because of his character. Three things you need to know right after the introduction. If you don't trust someone, he can be your manager, but he cannot be your leader. Maybe I should have defined who a leader is first. A leader is someone whom people choose to follow. Who is a leader? Someone whom people choose to follow. So you do not make yourself a leader. Your followers make you a leader. Many people call themselves leaders, and they are not leaders. It's one of the leadership guru says, if you're all alone, you're not a leader. You are taking a walk. You see, if you are leading, someone must be following. So you need to understand leadership and management are totally different things. Because a leader is someone whom people choose to follow. That means they can choose to unfollow. I mean, you are not a permanent leader. You could be a leader now, somewhere along the way, nobody is following you. Is that possible? Because you have no control, absolutely no control on others. They make choices. Of course, If, for example, you are a manager, you can mistake yourself for a leader. Why? You are the one who will determine my promotion. Once I know you are going to determine my promotion, I will do whatever you say. But you are not a leader. I'm not doing it because I fear the consequences. Are we together? So I'm not following willingly. So I'm not a follower. I'm a subordinate. Leaders have subordinates. Managers have subordinates. Leaders have followers. So there are many people who mistake subordinates for followers. And it's a critical thing to understand. So when you want to be a leader, the most important thing is people must be following you. And then for them to follow you, number one, they must admire you. There must be something in you which they like. That's why even a third leader is a leader. He has other thirds who like him. Are we together? So it's important to understand that you cannot follow someone you don't admire. And that's why it is so dangerous to have the wrong people you admire. Say, just admire. No. If you admire somebody, there is something in you that is like you. So when you have a celeb who is always in scandals and he accused you as a celeb, you are not yet like that, but you will soon be like that. Because there must be something in him that you tend to like. Are we together? So you need to understand that when you see somebody you admire, he is scratching something inside you. So one day you like to be like him. So the first thing then, if you are going to be a leader, there must be something in you that causes others to admire you, to want to be like you. Number two, there must be something in you that causes them to trust you. You see, once you are a leader, the followers do not have all the details of where you are going. But once a leader says something, the followers go. They can ask the question as they go. But they have a trust in him. Do you know there is no way you can go for something together unless they trust? Because sometimes you don't have the details, but you know this guy can be trusted. Most teams that are successful is because they trust each other. Would you agree with me? So it's important to understand, if people are going to follow you, they must trust you. And it's critical to understand. Thirdly, if people are to follow you, you must know where you are going. They will not follow you when you turn left, then turn right, then you start going back where you are coming from. Within no time, they will leave you alone. You have no idea where you are going. Now, all that put together, the thing that we are really saying is, for you to be a leader, you must have a good character. Are we together? So our subject then will be character. Even as we try to cover these next 3 days, we'll be talking about character. And it's my prayer that as we discuss the subject, that the Lord will develop in us a desire to have the right character. Not just so that we are followed by others, but so that we can be pleasing to God. I want to give you about 10 minutes when you can discuss character with the 2 other friends, So either you turn back or turn round. Can you pick another 3 people with you? 4, maximum 5. Without a lot of movement. So we want to discuss together. Can I, if you have a pen, write down the questions? In your group, and one of you is going to report. So before you start discussing, please pick a leader who will report back to us. The first question is, what is character to you? Define character. Define character. Number 2, why is good character critical for success in leadership? I've already partly answered that question. Don't just repeat what I've said. Try to say something beyond what I said. Why is good character critical for successful leadership? Question number 3. Give an example where character helped a leader to be effective. I'm sure even in Standard 1 you had a prefect. So you have had many people leading you. Many people leading you. Your mother is your leader. Your father is your leader. Your pastor is your leader. Your Sunday school teacher is your leader. So you have had many leaders. Give an example where character helped a leader to be effective. That leader was effective, but it's because of his character. The final question. Give an example where character made a leader to fail in his leadership. You know, that group finally, we never achieved it. Why? Because of our leader's bad character. Okay, are the questions clear? Yes or no? The last one. The last two. The first two are giving theory behind character. The other one, application. So the first question you're asking is, look to your life. You are 20 years. That means you have had 20 years of being led. Anyway, the first 3 you can't remember. But you can remember people who have led you in one area or another. Do you remember somebody, a leader you liked? Whatever he was leading you to do, you achieved. What did his character contribute? How did his character contribute to the effectiveness of the team or of the group? Say, wow, it's because of so-and-so's character that we were able to achieve what we were supposed to achieve. How did good character help your leader? Or maybe you are the leader, and you know good character is what helps you to achieve what you achieve. Am I clear now? Yes or no? Yes. Now if you have a question, just ask. Sorry, what's the next question? Repeat it louder. You also want me to repeat it last? I need. Oh, you don't just want an explanation. Okay. Question number 3. Give an example where character helped a leader to be effective. Last question. Give an example where character made a leader to fail in his leadership. He failed. Never achieved what he was supposed to achieve. How did character facilitate his failure? Why? Do you think character contributed to his failure? How? Okay, now I'll come around the groups in case you have a question. But you have only 10 minutes. And the leader should be ready to answer, to report to us. Are you done or do you need more time? Oh. Are we ready now?